The bees don't seem to be too aggressive at all. So far they're pretty calm. And then, oh wait a minute, looky here. We do have a queen cell over here that has hatched out. Let me show you. A couple of weeks ago, I went out here to this location and we did our first mean bees video. It's been pretty successful. 9 days after that original event, I went out there and just checked them out. Didn't go in the hive, just looked at them from the outside of the hive to see how they were doing, and this is what I found. Okay guys, 9 days ago, I came out here and looked at this hive a little bit, posted a couple of YouTube videos. This hive is very mean. I'm helping these folks get it straightened out. I did a modified tearing off split is what I called it. And the first video that I put out was just called Dealing with Mean Bees. And it kind of, as I went through the hive, I talked about what was going on. The second video was where I actually decided what to do with them and did a modified tearing off split. You can see the bees are very active, very busy. I just got stung on the arm actually. But they don't seem to be super aggressive. I think they're doing orientation flights right now. Tons of bees. So just want to give you a quick update. I'm not going to get in them until next week, and I want to make sure they have enough time for the new queen to get hatched and mated. I'm going to come go through them next weekend and see what I can find. Lots of drones in and out. Bees are very active. I have seen a little bit of pollen coming in. I'm going to get out of here. Just wanted to give you a quick update, and I'll make a video after I go through them and see what the status is next weekend. So we've just arrived here. We're about to go back into this hive. It's been exactly 2 weeks to see how they're doing and see what we come up with, and we'll get set up here in just a minute and get to work. All right guys, we're gonna crack this thing open. Once again, this was the hive that was really aggressive. 2 weeks ago today, went through it. We made a split. I called it a modified tearing off split. And then last week I went up a week ago today, a week after we split them, and I checked out the hive with the queen in it in the remote area. They seem to be doing well. The main thing I want to do today is see if we've got evidence of a queen in here. I'd like to see some eggs, just see how the temperament is, and we'll just go from there. Guys, I appreciate all your comments on my videos. I've been trying to take into account some of the things you've said. Once again, I'm full disclosure. If it doesn't work, I'll tell you. If it does work, I'll tell you as well. So let's see what we got here. We'll smoke them in the entrance. If you could tell, I don't know if you can tell, there's a bunch of bees down here at the entrance. They seem really calm today, not aggressive at all. Okay, we do have a few bees on the inner cover. So far they're not attacking me. That's a good thing. Yeah, they're going to get after me. A little bit, looks like maybe. This is a flow hive, something I'm kind of learning about as I go as well. Just trying to help get this hive straightened out for a friend. Now the bees are coming after me a little bit, as you can see, but they're not crazy, at least not yet. They are a little aggressive, more aggressive than I'd like. Now the split I took away last week, if you watched that video, those bees were actually quite calm. Obviously there are not near as many bees in here as there were because I split a bunch of the bees away with that split, which was one of the objectives, to get the population down. Okay, got to loosen up a little bit. I'll try and be as gentle as I can with them, guys. They're getting after me a little bit. There's one right here trying to sting me. Let's see what we got. Now I left a lot of brood in here. That was kind of one of the ideas with the tearing off split, is you leave brood behind so they can grow, so they can hatch and populate the hive. Move this over here. Smoked them a little bit there to calm them down, hopefully. See some drones here. Take the outside frame out. Okay. There's a couple of queen cups here. Obviously no eggs in there if there wasn't a queen in here initially, because we took her away. A lot of just empty cells here where that brood is hatched out. Let me show you here. Just a lot of empty cells. A little bit of brood around the edges. The bees don't seem to be too aggressive at all. So far, they're pretty calm. So what I'm going to do is, if I see eggs, I will probably close it up because that'll mean there's a queen in here. Like I say, a lot of drones. See some drones, a lot of worker bees. Just going to set them right here. This is just a frame of foundation that we put in here last week for them to build on, and they haven't done anything with that much to speak of yet. As I set them back in here, create plenty of space for the next frame over. Once again, looking for eggs. If there aren't eggs, there will be just a few because she's probably just barely had a chance to hatch. If there's a queen in here, probably just barely had a chance to hatch and maybe get mated, maybe not. One thing I've found that kind of helps move them out of the way is if I blow a little bit. Seems like if we got a new queen many times, she'll start laying right in the middle of the frame. I don't see anything yet at all. Sure would love to see either eggs or a queen, or both. Okay, they're getting a little bit revved up here. Not seeing the eggs yet. I'm just trying to methodically go through this thing. This frame right here is actually a frame of new foundation they're starting to build out a little bit on. So they are doing a little work here. Let me show you. See that in the middle of the white wax going down? Starting to build that out. I don't remember which frame the queen cell was on when I put it back in here, but I've not seen that queen cell anywhere yet. So, still a fair amount of brood. This one's got a little brood left. This must have been some young, either eggs or larvae when we went through it a couple weeks ago. It's this brood right here. Now it's capped, and similar story on this side, if you can see it. Look for eggs real carefully here. Man, I sure would like to see some eggs. So what I might do before I leave today, just to be sure we're okay, is I might see if I can find a frame from another hive that has eggs in it and put it in here. If I do that, if they are queenless, then they'll be able to make a queen out of some of those eggs. There's still a lot of bees in this hive. We took away a huge percentage of them with these split we did, and that was intentional because the hive was too full of bees. And but now they're filling it back up as this brood hatches. And if there's a queen in here and she starts laying, then they won't even skip a beat, I don't think. We've been in a little bit of a dearth. We had some good stuff happening about a month ago. It must have been the maple or something was blooming anyway. And it kind of shut off. I actually lost a hive in my backyard due to starvation. But now I think we're on the verge of the honey flow really kicking in here soon. I do not see, unless this is it right here, there's an old queen cell they're breaking down right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. I'm blowing it. Right here. Right here. There's an old queen cell. Looks like they broke it down. I don't know that she hatched out of there though. That might have been a different one because it looks like something was torn in from the side. So maybe a queen hatched out and another queen hatched out and tore that cell down. I don't know. They're just acting calm enough. I just have to believe almost there's a queen in here. They're not really aggressive at all today. Now when I did the dealing with mean bees video, They calmed down pretty good when I smoked them and started to go through them. They were still pretty feisty, but I had seen meaner bees in the past than they were on that day. They'd been chasing me around the place before I got into them, but they weren't that bad when I was actually going through them. I mean, they got after me some and they were feisty, but they became somewhat manageable. Probably just put another, whoop, they're getting after me a little bit here. So I was kind of hoping we'd have a queen, see a bunch of eggs, and kind of close the chapter on this hive and dealing with it, and just kind of let them grow and do their thing. But might have to just check back in a couple more weeks. I think I'm going to put a frame of eggs in here from another hive. That's just kind of a security measure, because my guess is there's probably a little queen in here. Maybe she's still trying to get mated. Maybe she hasn't started laying yet. When they start laying, you don't really see larvae or brood immediately. You just see tiny little dots for the eggs, and then you might see a little bit of what I call milk brood, where it's a little, looks like kind of milky around the eggs, where they're feeding them that, I think it's royal jelly they're feeding them. So they're really kind of hard to spot at first when there's very few in there, but they are spottable. So my guess is, and this is, I may have said this before, I think there's probably a queen in here. She might be out on a mating flight now, who knows? That just hasn't started laying yet. Because if she was recently capped 2 weeks ago, then it would have taken her another week or so to hatch. And then, oh, wait a minute, looky here. We do have a queen cell over here that has hatched out. Let me show you. I don't remember even seeing this one last week. See right here in the corner? Right here. Okay, it's right there beside my thumb. See that? Looks like a queen has hatched out there. So it's possible that they did create an emergency cell there, I'm thinking. If the other cell didn't work out, they might have created an emergency cell there. The eggs would have been 2 or 3 days old probably. They hatch at day 16, and if that's the case, then she might just be a brand new little virgin queen in here. So that's definitely a cell that's hatched out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to close them up. They seem totally calm, very manageable. I've got other hives with bees that are much meaner than these, or much more aggressive than these. And we're going to give her a chance to get mated. And I may just put another frame of brood or of eggs / brood in here in case, but I think there's probably a brand new little queen in here running around. And close them up for a couple of weeks and check back. If you like my videos, guys, if you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to find out about new videos from me, I'd appreciate it. I think I'm just going to put a frame, go into one of these other hives and pull a frame out that has some eggs in it and put it in here just in case. But beyond that, I think we're probably in good shape. Still lots of bees in this hive, guys. Not near as aggressive as they were. Just doing their thing. They seem happy. And I think they got a queen, but we're going to make sure. Check back in a few weeks.